see Adrian. I see Jessica. I know a couple other people. Hey, look, I said, I'm sorry. I look like death. Y'all get me like at my worst. I woke up feeling so just awful this morning. Like I almost didn't do my workout. I don't know what it is, but my body is tired and I need a shower, I think. But anyways, I love our calls. I love getting to talk to you guys. And today we had Megan scheduled for to talk about Shakeology retention, but she is actually doing the National Wake Up Call on Monday. So she wanted to get ready for that. I'm so excited for her. She's a friend of mine. But she's going to do our next call in 2 weeks from today on Shakeology retention. That'll be really good because obviously, you know, like we want to hit Success Club. We want to, you know, rank advance and hit our goals and stuff like that. But our customers are our business. Like we have to take care of them, and getting them to stay on Shakeology and get those results, those long-term results, is really important. So I'm excited for her to share with you guys. She's got some good tips. So this morning, it was a really good chance for me just to share with you guys like what is new in March, and to talk to you about how I plan my month out so that I set myself up for success. And I'm not wondering every day when I sit down to do my work, like, what do I need to do today? Every month I take some time to plan out my month as far as when my groups are going to be, when I'm going to do a sneak peek. You know, even like every Saturday, Sunday, I sit down and kind of plan out my post ideas, especially for stories now. And that really helps me stay focused and stay on track. So let me share my screen with you guys. So if you guys have any questions while I'm doing this, and I'll let you guys talk to you at the end, or you can interrupt because we're small today. So definitely feel free to interrupt and ask me questions as I go. But there's also that chat bar down at the bottom. If you've never used Zoom before, there's a chat bar down at the bottom too that you can talk. But so I want to talk to you guys about March, and I'm going to go through just some announcements first. Obviously, like I've been posting this on our team page, there's the New Coach University, which I think that most of you guys who are on here are in that. If you're not in that new Vimify training that starts Monday, definitely make sure that you go back to our team page and look for that link and get signed up in there. I was just telling Melanie, like it is really important as new coaches for you to kind of hit your own goals, and for you to not get stagnant and let fear stop you. You definitely need to stay plugged into that New Coach University. I know they send you an email every single day. I know Jessica has been in there. I see her post in there every month. And so like make sure that you read those daily assignments, there's even a place for you to check in, just like we check in for our challenge groups, to check in and do your vitals, which are inviting people, connecting, adding friends, and that's posting, you know, obviously. And so I think that's really helpful. And it's an app. You don't even have to like get on your computer if you don't want to. You can log in, read it, do your vitals on your phone or wherever you're at, and just check it off. Okay. So that accountability piece is really important. It is for me personally. It was for me. And then we're going to start on Monday with our own team, Take Heart, and our other teams down below us. We're going to do our own new coach calls every Monday night at 8 o'clock. So we have a kickoff call on Monday night, and that call is going to be all about launching your business. I know some of you already have, but it's okay. You can do it again, actually, if you want to. How to get started, you know, but we're going to talk about posting, pictures, lighting. We're going to talk about inviting people, you know, what your goals your first month should be, or this month. And that's going to be really good. It's going to have a lot of information. Just going to break it down for you guys to help you guys set up for success for sure. There's also the Maximize Your Income training. So if you've been through Coach University a couple of times and you're hitting Success Club and you want to move forward and really look at the behaviors and learning how to grow your business so you grow your income, that's a really, really good group as well. I know that there's a couple people in there. And then for anybody who's an Emerald coach, has 4 coaches under them, that Emerald to Diamond Push group starts Monday as well. So we're already doing prep work for that group too. And so there are a lot of opportunities, no matter where you're at in your business, to get trained, to stay plugged in. And again, I can't stress it enough. Like, the coaches that stay in training, I've been in a training group every single month. I've been a coach, and I've been a coach for 3.5 years. So I always, even like if you guys are in the New Coach University, I go back and I read a lot of those posts because it helps me, reminds me. It jogs my memory on some things, and we're always updating them as well and learning new things. So I can tell you right now, the most successful coaches are the ones that stay plugged in, because we do run our own business. You know, nobody's at your house saying, you know, Melanie, did you work your business today? Or Jessica, did you post that post? You know, you have to stay plugged in and take that initiative, and groups really, really help. And so I already said New Coach Call is Monday night at 8 o'clock. And then every Monday, we'll have a training series for you guys who are in that New Coach University. It's really great. Those helped me a lot. As far as just like promotions from Beachbody, this month, the Daily Sunshine is $30 off. So, you know, anybody, if you know some people who have kids who talk about they can't get their kids to eat well or things like that, this is a really huge savings. And if you're a coach, you get the 25% discount on top of that. So it's like $75, and it's normally $130. And there are 30 servings of Daily Sunshine in a bag. There's also the box. You can get the samples of the strawberry and the chocolate. So if you know anybody who's interested in that, definitely share about that. You know, you could, if you have it or if you order it yourself, like you could do a story about it. It doesn't have to be salesy. Like I would not post this image on Facebook or anywhere. But if you use it, if you order it for your kids and they try it, you know, you can do a post about that or a story about that. And I just emailed like all my customers yesterday with the information about it as well. This is new. This Coach Sampler Pack is brand new. It just launched first, and this is for us. Like, this is for us. So if you want to try other flavors of Shakeology, if you want to try the Daily Sunshine for your kids, if you want to try Energize or the Performance Line, this is a huge savings, like a huge savings. And so like what I would do, I'm probably going to order one just because it's a big savings, and I send out the sampler packs of Energize and stuff to my customers. And sometimes like if I do a giveaway or something or a challenge in challenge groups, I'll give packets of Shakeology. And so, excuse me, I keep burping. This is a really good way to get that. And you can even like, I never give samples of Shakeology away. I do not do it. But if someone tells me they want to try it, I sell them for $5. I don't really do this as much anymore because you can buy the sampler pack. People can. But you know, if I talk about Shakeology and somebody says, I just want to try it, I will sell them a sample of Shakeology, and $5, I'll put it in the mail and send it to them. But, you know, if you did that, if you had some people that wanted to try it and you just sold these packets, you would totally make your money back and then some on this. And so just think about, you know, you can think about some creative ways to use this, or maybe it's for you and your family and you guys want to try some of the samples of Shakeology or the Energize or something. So that is definitely something that I would recommend you guys to try. If you have questions about it, though, just let me know. But now I'm going to switch over here. Can you guys see this March calendar?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to talk about March. Okay. So what I do at the beginning of every single month, I usually do it, like I started thinking about this at the end of February. I make out a plan for March, and I'm actually going to stop this because it's maybe like a little overwhelming if you're looking at that. But what I do is I just get out like my paper calendar and I sit down and I start to write out things. So for me personally, I run a challenge group usually the third Monday of every single month. Some coaches start it the first Monday, some coaches start it the second. I do it the third because it gives me time to hit Success Club, and it gives me time to help you guys hit Success Club, okay? Because our first goal before we recruit or anything else like that is to hit Success Club in this business. And you need 3 people, all right? 3 people who order Shakeology on Home Direct or order a challenge pack. And so that gives you 2 or 3 weeks to advertise, to talk to people, to make posts about it, to do stories about it, to send invites one-on-one. And so I like to give you guys that time. And I typically talk about a challenge group for a good 2 weeks before it starts. That gives me plenty of time to hit Success Club. How do I talk about it? I aim to make 2 to 3 posts a week about the challenge group, like, you know, with a clear call to action, like this challenge group starts on March 19th, you know, comment below or leave me your email address below or something like that, to invite people. I only do that like 2 to 3 times a week, but the rest of the time I'm kind of jabbing, what I call jabbing. And if you know boxing, it's like the jab, 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 right hook. There's a book called that, jab. I can't remember what it's called, but it's something like that. And so my posts are targeted towards what my challenge group is about. So last month, my challenge group was an elimination challenge. I talked about eliminating certain foods from my diet. I talked about eliminating negativity, eliminating fear, things like that. So those were my jabs. Like I would just talk about stuff like that in my workout post, or if I shared a picture of my food or something like that. Okay. And so you don't have to always, like, guys, I don't want to teach you guys to be salesy and pushy in this. I am 100% proof that you can just share your story, and every now and then you throw in a direct invite in your post and people will start to respond to those. But the success comes in this business by showing up, by being proof that the products work, and by forming relationships. Okay, that's where it happens. And so, but I have to plan out my month. I have to run a challenge group every single month if I'm going to hit Success Club, if I'm going to grow, if I'm going to find challengers, if I'm going to find coaches, right? And so that's the first thing that I plan out. So the third Monday of March is March 19th. That challenge group will start then. You guys as new coaches are going to invite to that. And I don't have a name for it yet, but I will by Monday. I will by Monday, I promise. But I'm also going to share with you guys, like I told you, new coaches, I was going to share like a challenge group example wording of what to post on Sunday night. And I'm going to do that by tomorrow as well. But I'll come up with a theme. I do come up with a theme for my challenge groups because it kind of gives me something to talk about. Some coaches don't. Some coaches just say every month I'm running a boot camp, you know, whatever. I'm looking for women who want to work out for 30 minutes, eat clean, meal plan, and incorporate superfoods, you know. But I like to have a focus. So you can choose how you do that, if you do that or not. So challenge group starts on March 19th. I also am going to be scheduling in like what I want to do in my stories. Stories are huge, guys. Like you have to be using your Instagram stories because that is actually where a lot of my business is coming from. Women who are coming to watch my stories for tips, for motivation. I do a poll in there from time to time. And so I have started to plan out what I want to put in my stories. And what I did for you guys was that I made this calendar that I'm going to share in our team page. And it gives you, and I'm also going to be sharing in our team page tips every day. Like here are some things you can do, things you can post about, things that you, obviously non-negotiables in your business, like personal development, inviting, adding friends, things like that. But I've given you a whole month of post ideas, so you don't have to wonder. But also, whenever I'm sitting down to plan out my month, I really, really, really I take a minute to reflect on February. And you guys are going to do this too. Like ask yourself, did I do really well with some things? Like was I on point with my posting, with my leading by example, being proof of the product? Did I fall short in something? You know, did I fall short in connecting? Did I fall short in posting and adding contacts and inviting? It's really important in this business to be completely honest with yourself and to take ownership. You can grow. It's not to beat yourself up about what you did or didn't do last month, but you have to be honest with yourself if you're going to grow and you're going to reach those goals the next month, okay? So I'm always going to challenge you guys, like to raise your bar, because it's something that I do as well. You got to raise your bar. Like if you didn't hit Success Club last month, then obviously your goal this month is to hit it. If you hit Success Club 5 last month, maybe you set a goal to hit Success Club 10. If you recruited 1 coach last month, set a goal to recruit 3 this month. Don't let fear take over and keep you from pushing yourself farther and farther and farther. So I've set my challenge group date. I'm setting a date to do my business opportunity calls. And those are things that you guys can totally be inviting to. If you're not ready to talk about coaching to people, if you're not ready to host your own calls, like that's what I'm here for. That's what I'm running these calls for, to recruit coaches for my business and to help you guys recruit coaches for your business. So I'm actually going to do a couple of those. If you can see here, I'm going to do one on the 7th. I'm going to do one on the 21st. And then on the 27th and 28th, I'm going to do a Facebook group where it's going to be like the kind that we used to do, 2 days of a sneak peek into coaching. And I'm actually going to ask some of you guys to come in there and help me do that, just to share your story and invite people to that group as well. Because what I've found is that we recruit in a lot of different ways. Some people just like to come and get on a call one night. Some people like to have the information fed to them over a couple of days. And I want to try to diversify it, not just for me. Like, I know what works for me in my business, but I want to give these opportunities to you and teach you how to do this as well, so that as you grow, you can figure out what works for you best in your business as well. I've talked about this a few times in our team page. I'm also doing Instagram sneak peeks where I think that, if you guys follow me, you've seen me do this, where I talk about how I got started, what the benefits are, what I do as a coach on a daily basis. And then I give a call to action or put a poll in there where I ask people if they want to learn more about joining my team. Okay, so I've got that scheduled in, so I don't have to wonder. Like, this is my roadmap for my business for March, okay? And it can be your roadmap too. That at the top, I put those daily activities. Make a list of people that you want to invite to coaching or to challenge groups. Spend a couple of minutes every single day interacting with people on social media. What do I mean by that? I mean, like, go to Instagram, go to Facebook, wherever you run your business, and comment and like on people's posts. That is just part of building relationships. I send out gratitude posts, and that's just simply, I go back and I look at people who are consistently liking my posts and or commenting on them, and I just send a message that says, hey girl, thanks so much for the love on my post. I really enjoy inspiring women. I really enjoy sharing my story. Do you have some fitness goals yourself, or were you just showing the love? Like, that's a gratitude message that I send to people. I send invites and follow-ups. So people that I've been talking to, people that I talked to last month that didn't commit to a challenge group, and I know they were interested, I asked if I could follow up. I spend time every day following up with 2 or 3 of those people, and then I invite people. And that connection, that gratitude post can easily turn, that gratitude message easily turns into an invite to a challenge group. So if somebody's consistently liking my posts, like, I know that they're coming to my page for my inspiration. They probably have goals for their health. And if they're following me, they know what I do. So I don't have to be afraid to say, thanks so much for the love of my post. Do you want to jump in my March challenge group? I would love for you to join us. That's a simple invite, okay? If they say no, they say no. If they say yes, I'm like, girl, do you have any health and fitness goals? And I just start the conversation going there, okay? Connections, and that's, it says send 10 connections /HB. That's happy birthday messages. So easy on Facebook. Facebook tells you every day who has a birthday today. I send a message. I don't do this every day, but I do it at least once or twice a week. And I say, hey, happy birthday. I hope you have the best day. And do you have any big plans for your birthday? It's simple. It's simple. It's just a way to connect, ask a question so you know they're going to respond, and start a relationship that way. As far as Instagram, again, I'm challenging you guys every single day to work out your power hour on Instagram stories. Like, be proof of the products. That means show people your workout, share a shake recipe or something like that, or just, you don't even have to talk about Shakeology. But if you take a picture with you drinking Shakeology in the picture, that's you being proof that the products work. Invite people. You can do that through polls. You don't have to invite every single day through polls on Instagram, but I do challenge you guys to be using those polls. I am inviting people through a poll at least 2 or 3 times a week. But like today, lately I've been doing a poll after my workout and just saying, hey, did you get your sweat in? Today I did one that said, it was about kind of like this little devotion series that I did. I can't remember what I said, but I shared a scripture and I talked about I said, what did I say? Let's commit to praying this over our health or something like that. And I said, who's with me? And so people come to social media to interact. You cannot be afraid of posting in stories and sharing polls and things like that, because that is why people come to social media. They come to see you. They come to see what you're doing. And if they keep coming back, then you know that they're really interested, and that you're helping people. And so use those stories every single day. I challenge you guys to do a minimum of 5 Instagram stories. They don't all have to be fitness related. Everyone is not fitness related. If you were on our last call where Christy shared about the color wheel, like, share things about your life that are not Beachbody related. What do you and your family do for fun? Like, what are your kids doing right now? What sports are they playing? Like, if you and your husband go on a date, talk about what you do, or if you like to decorate, or whatever it is. Like, share other things about yourself so people can get to know who you are. And then I have given you guys post ideas for every single day and some tips about this month. But I really, really, really want to just show you guys, like, every single day what I'm doing in my business, because it's not profound. I am not, like, there's nothing special or just super extraordinary about me. I'm just a regular old girl, a regular old mom who is making health and fitness a priority, because I feel like I am not honoring God with my body if I don't. And that's my message. Like, I want to empower, and I want to inspire other women to make those choices that I have been able to make with the help of God, with the help of Beachbody, with the help of Shakeology. And so, like, I feel like if I'm not sharing that story, 1, I'm not doing my job. 2, I'm not doing what God called me to do. God, like, this business has blessed my life in so many ways and given me a purpose that I didn't even realize that I was capable of having. And so that's what I want to do with you guys. Like, I want to show you day by day, play by play, what I'm doing to build my business. And, you may not post 10, 15 stories on Instagram like I do, and that's okay. But I challenge you guys to start right where you are. You may not feel comfortable, like, posting like a series of workouts in Instagram stories, but you need to be doing at least 1 or 2 so people see what you're doing. And so, like, I really want to encourage you guys to do I'm going to talk stories. Like, I'm going to cram stories down your throat, because this business is always changing. Social media is always changing, and we have to keep up with it. I didn't have stories. You know what I did as a brand new coach? I posted 3 to 5 times a day. Oh my gosh, like 3 to 5 times a day on social media. It was exhausting. But it gave me a lot of good practice for now. Now you don't have to do that. Now you need to just post. You're going to post 2 to 3 times a day. You're going to, not just post a post. You're going to put some meat into your post. 2 to 3 times a week, you're going to post a challenge group invite. And then the bulk of this business is built in the one-on-one relationships. And that's what I love about it, because we're not just posting links. We're not just posting stock photos. We're sharing our story. We're letting that inspire people, and we're building genuine relationships with women, and they trust us when we do that. Okay. So that is how my month is planned out. I want to unmute you guys and see what questions you have for me, because I know some of you guys, this is your first, like, team call. And I can't. Does anybody have questions? Melanie, you look like you're going to say
something. When you say Instagram stories, I mean, like, is that like just posting something, or is that like?
Are you on Instagram?
Yeah, I am. When I post, is that part of a story, or is that something a little bit different?
It's different. Let me show you.
Okay.
No, it's different. Hold on. I'm plugging my phone in here. Does anybody else have any questions while I do that, or anything to add to it? Krista, you've been using stories a lot, right?
Yeah, I love using my stories. I guess kind of how it works is, like, you add something and it just shows up for 24 hours. So it's not like super overwhelming. Like, if you post something, they're not going to be able to see it tomorrow. So, I mean, it's not that big of a deal. I use them to, like, I kind of show my, my vital behaviors through it. Like, I'll show like my workout, my drinking my shake, things like that. And then I just add in little snippets of my day, like my dogs being crazy and things like that.
Okay, so
Kids.
yeah, Melanie, up at the top, you see that little camera to the left of Instagram?
Yeah.
When you click on it, you can take a picture, you can do a video. Like if I wanted to do a video, like I can video something, and that's how I do my videos of my workouts in the morning. You can take a picture, you can do like a super zoom thing. It's fun. You can do all kinds of things. But when I say we, like Krista just said, we just work our business on Instagram. So like I will probably take a picture. I will take a picture of us before we're done. But here I'll show you these are some of my stories. Okay. And it's just a way to show like real life, like where you don't have to type out this long post. You don't have to come up with like the perfect, see, there's a poll. I was just talking about going to the grocery store and how it's kind of like mental. It was like a mental break for me, and I like to go to the grocery store. And I said, any other mamas feel me? And I added a poll in there, and like then I can see who voted in the poll. Okay, and I can actually reach out to those women if I want to.
Never knew that existed.
Do what?
I never saw that before. I always wondered how you guys did that.
And if you if you haven't updated your Instagram in a while, you have to update it so that you have the option to add stories. And so like I just doing it, and I'm sharing my workout this morning. And then this morning I did this poll. So I shared the scripture that I wanted to share, and then I said, let's link arms to pray over our focus today, ladies. Who's with me? See, that's not a do you want to join my challenge group post? That's not a poll. It's not a do you want to join my team poll. It's like a value added. And I'm not gonna message all these women and say, hey, do you want to join my challenge group? If I message them, I would just message them and say something like, hey, thanks for voting in my poll or something like that, and just connect some other way. Cause my goal is not to recruit like 500 people. My goal is to inspire and to help women. Right. And so I love polls. Look, there's Christy. But anyways, so, and then another thing that I said is that I go back and I look at these, like I can click on all these people who liked that, and I can just go through and message them and say, hey, thanks girl for the love on my post. My goal, I always tell people what my mission is. And when I feel like when I share my mission, that I don't have to be afraid of inviting someone to a challenge group. I can say, hey, thanks for the love on my post. My mission is to inspire and to uplift women and encourage them in their health through their faith. Do you have some fitness goals that you're working towards, or were you just sharing the love on my post? That's not icky. That's not salesy. That's me sharing my heart and inviting people to do something that I'm doing myself.
Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome.
Hey, Rachel.
Hey.
Okay, so this may be a dumb question, but Instagram's only allowing me to do like 15 seconds at a time.
Yeah,
are you really doing 15 seconds? How are you like adding the polls and doing all that without losing your train of thought? You know what I mean? Like, because if you post it, then you have to start a new one. So are you adding the poll and then remembering exactly what word you were on to pick up
what word I was on? You mean like if I'm talking?
Yeah, and it cuts you off at 15 seconds.
So what I do, I don't usually add a poll until like I'm done. So like if I'm going to do a series, like a lot of mornings, I will wake up and I'll just have something on my heart that I want to share, for my devotion or my scripture reading or something. And so like you really don't want to do like a ton of video, like 15-second clip video series, because people will get bored and they stop watching. So like if I'm going to talk, I will do like 3 or 4 videos, 15-second clips. And then at the end, I'll do a still shot with a poll in it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Does that make more sense? And I don't put a poll in until I'm done with my message, because I can't like record it, put the poll on there, and then pick back up. My brain does not work that way. Okay. So yeah, I'll share. And you can even put a poll over a video, so like if you shared your message in 15-second clips, talking, and then that last one you can write over the video. You can put your poll in there. You can do all that stuff. And that's another thing. Definitely use those little things that they share with us. Let me show you again. Where was that? Okay, definitely use those little tools. Like if I okay, so I'm gonna put that up there at the top where it's got that little smiley face thing. If you click on it, it gives you all these options. You can put images over there. You can, that's the poll. You can type your question, you know. But you can also, this GIF, you can put like, I mean, you can put funny little things on there. You can search it for like love, if you want to do that, and put, you know, something like that on there. Whenever Instagram and Facebook gives you these options, they want you to use them. You can do hashtags. So if I was going to do like coffee, love, and somebody goes to Instagram and they search that hashtag, they would find my story. Okay. So it's just, and again, guys, don't let this overwhelm you. Let it be something to play with. Like, I think it's fun to play with these things. You can do a location. You know, Beachbody is in US, Canada, and England. So if you wanted to hashtag or like locate your thing, you can do that. You can hide it so nobody sees it. But people from London will find that geotag and they'll find your story. So it's a really cool way to, you know, just play with it and be interesting and share your personality. You know, Instagram stories is kind of the raw. You know, whereas your posts are the more put together, the more structured, you know, your wording is well thought out. Instagram stories can just be fun and show people like a different side of you. Does that make sense?
I've noticed also sometimes that you see like layers come on. So you may have like typing and then you tap in like another layer of typing. How are you doing it? How are you doing that?
I love it. Okay. All right. Okay, let's see. All right. So let me use this picture. So let's say you click on the AA, that's to type. If I want to say Saturday, I'm just going to say Saturday. Okay. And then if you, up at the top where it says classic, if you click it, it changes. You can change it. Okay. And so like over to the left where you see that A and the two little stars, you can highlight it and you can change the color by clicking on the colors down at the bottom. But let me show you this. So like if I put the wording there, but I want to make it pop, you click on that little writing tool up at the top and you can choose this one to the left is just like it's a solid. The one next to it is like a highlighter. So it's kind of see-through. This is like a marker, kind of like a highlighter marker. The one with the hearts is, I'll show you. I'm going to use it because I like to use it. And you can change the over to the left, you can change how big it is, the mark that you're making. And I'll just highlight behind Saturday and it automatically puts it behind it. So your words are at the forefront. Okay. If I want to, what else? Do you have another question about that? Like
no,
about how I do
sometimes I'll
something?
see like, you know, when you're clicking through somebody's and maybe it'll say, it'll do like layers. It's like every time you click, it'll add.
Oh yeah. So I would, okay. So I'm not going to add that, but you add that one.
Uh-huh.
Okay. I'm going to discard it. So like, let me show you. Okay. So this one, I added that one. So I added it to my story. And then all I did was I went back and I added it again. And then I wrote over it.
Okay.
So when you add it in your settings, you can tell it to automatically save your stories. If you go to your page and you go to settings and go to where's stories? There's a place to tell it, like it'll save everything that you post to stories.
Story setting.
And then save to camera roll. And so like it automatically saves it. So all you do is you go back and you added that last one that you saved and you put some more words over it. So it looks like
I see. Yeah.
it looks like you're just, I had to ask somebody that question too. I was like, Mel, how did you do that? Like,
Okay.
anyways, I think it's fun. Like stories have been really fun to figure out for me. Okay. Any other questions about that? So you can also okay, so I look like deaf right now, which I'm not about being fake, but if you like want to add I look horrible, y'all. Sorry. You can add like a face to yours, that kind of stuff. It's fun. It's fun. So it's just a place to have fun, I think. But it's also a very, very good business tool. Like using polls has helped me connect with so many women. So just be yourself. Like be yourself. You know, if you did a devotion this morning and you want to share about it, you can talk through the video. You can take a screenshot, or you can take a picture of like your devotion book or scripture, and then you can add that, and then you can add it again and write over it and ask like, what was your it has to be like a yes or no or kind of question like that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't ever use no on there, because like I find that a lot of people love to go through my polls and just click no on everything, which like to me is just negative Nancy. And I like to do like, if I say, hey, did you work out today? I'm not going to say yes or no. I'm going to say killed it, or planning to later, or something like that, you know, because I want to be positive. I don't want to be negative, and I don't want to make anybody feel bad about not working out, you know. So that's, if I ask about, do you want to join my March accountability group? I'm not going to say yes or no. I'm going to say ready, ! Or send me some more info, or something. You have to keep it short, but it's a really good tool to connect with people, and like I'll share like a meal plan. Like I'll probably screenshot my meal plan today or tomorrow and talk about how I'm sharing my meal plan with my challengers, and then I can do a poll that says, do you want a free copy of my meal plan? Yes or absolutely. You know, like that's what I would put on my poll. Because I don't want anybody to tell me no, because it kind of messes with my brain a little bit.
Yeah.
But so yeah, and so like everybody that says they want my meal plan, I'll just send them a direct message, and I'll just say, hey girl, send me your email and I will send you a copy of it. And that way I can say, you know, I have their email address now, and also I can say, so are you working towards any specific goals in your health? And it starts a conversation about my challenge group.
And I like stories because you can like see who sees your stories, where like with your, I guess your posts, you can't really see who's seeing them. And so there are people following my posts that, you know, I may never know because they don't always like it. But you can see who's consistently watching your stories. So if I know that, you know, Amy has watched my stories for a month solid and has watched every single one, you know, I might reach out to her, at least just to touch base and say, you know, thanks for the love, you know, my stories. I hope they've been able to encourage you or inspire you in some way. And then just start a conversation, you know, based off of that. Or watching other people's stories, you know, that, I mean, just random stories. Like if somebody posts a delicious meal, like I'll send them a message and be like, oh my gosh, this is so delicious. You know, can I get the recipe? And then you've automatically started a conversation with somebody.
Right. And I love that's, you know, when we talk about connecting, stories are a super easy way to connect with people. You know, like if somebody posts a picture of their kid playing out in the snow, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so cute, you know, or if somebody has on a cute outfit or something in the story, I'll respond to their story, because you can just click down at the bottom and it says send message. And you, I'll just say, I love your pants. Like, where did you get your pants? You know, and I connected with Adrienne because she watched my sneak peek series in Instagram. And I noticed that she watched my stories a couple of times. I don't know what I'm doing. But I noticed that she watched, and I just reached out to her and I just said, hey, thanks for watching my stories. Are you interested in learning more about what I do as a coach? And she said, yes. And so she's here on our call. So like, I love stories, because my thing is, if somebody is coming intentionally, they know they have to click on my thing. They have to click on it. They have to click on my face. And if they're doing that, they want to see what I'm putting out there. And so like, I don't have to be afraid to start a conversation with them. That's kind of the way I view it. People come to social media to be social. Right?
Yep.
So all that, like I want to, like, don't be overwhelmed or intimidated by that. If you're just starting to use it, have fun with it. Like, just have fun with it. But definitely think about, how can I run my business? Like every day, how can I do my power hour in my stories? And it's simple. You share a picture or a video of you working out. You, like, you know, I'm drinking my shake right now. I'm not going to make a story like about, hey, drink Shakeology, but I'm probably going to take a picture of me on this call with y'all. My Shakeology is going to be in the picture. And so, like I can share a quote from my personal development, like something motivational, and I definitely share a lot of scripture there. I can, let's see, what's our power hour? Invite, be proof that the products work, follow up, recognition. You can shout out like a friend, like a challenger, a coach, just recognize, like uplift someone else. Like we're not in the competition business. Our team, I want our team to be a team that really uplifts other women. There's no competition here. There's just, we are stronger together. And so recognize someone else. It doesn't have to be a coach or a challenger, but like maybe you have a girlfriend who, is just really inspires you. You can do a story about that, screenshot her IG page and say, go follow so-and-so. And so like, it's really great. And like she said, they go away every 24 hours. So it's not like you're like annoying people. And if they keep coming back, then they like what you're putting out there. So, right. And definitely grow Instagram just like you do Facebook. So if you add friends on Facebook every day, then you need to be following people on Instagram every day and writing that down, tracking it, making sure you know who you're adding and following, so that you can go back and start building those relationships. Okay. And so we are inviting to a March, for me, if you're inviting to my challenge group, to a March 19th challenge group. I'm going to share it with you guys in that new coach pod. And even if you're not in that new coach pod, just tell me. I'm going to share with you like a sample post that you're going to put out tomorrow night or Monday night, and invite people to that. And then throughout the week, you're just going to start, you're going to be proof that the products work. You're going to post twice a day at least, do a couple of stories a day, and show people what you're doing and show them who you are and why they should follow you and trust you, right? And so that's what we're going to be doing. So our trainings start Monday. Emerald to Diamond training, new coach training. Krista, are you in a training? Are you in a Maximize Your Income group or the Emerald to Diamond training?
No, I was in Maximize Your Income last month, but I wasn't really in it. I probably didn't look at it at all because we were moving and I started my new job and stuff. So this month I for sure want to be in it now that I've kind of settled down and have a schedule.
Good. Okay, that's a really good group. Like you will get a lot out of it. So just make sure you sign up for that. The link is in our team page. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, does anybody else have any questions before we go? I want to say a prayer before we go, and then I'll be done. Okay. All right. Y'all are awesome. Thanks for asking questions. I love questions. All right. God, thank you so much for today. Thank you for the sunshine that is outside. Thank you for our health and our ability to not only take care of ourselves, God, but to inspire other women to do the same, God. I pray that for each woman on this call that you would give her a heart that seeks to serve you, a heart that seeks to serve others. Give her a message. Give her a very specific calling, a very specific message that she can go out and share with the world today, and point other people to you, God. I pray that you would bless our businesses, bless our efforts, God, increase our territory, increase the number of lives that we are called to help, God. And I pray that you would please help us each to work hard to honor you with this business and to just watch the blessings flow, dear Lord. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Amen.
All right, y'all. Hey, wait, I got to take a picture. If y'all want to take a picture, I can send it to you as well. But I'm going to take it. Hold on.
Send it to me whenever you take it.
Okay. Oh, it's rough. Okay. All right. Everybody smile. Okay. All right.
I like stories.
Zach, shut up.
What do you say?
He's being ridiculous in the background.
All right, y'all. We'll talk to you. Our next team call will be in 2 weeks, okay? All right?
All right.
Bye, guys.
Thank you.
Have a good day.